I'm back at you again with another NXT UK review. Let's get straight into it. So this episode wasn't very wrestling heavy, and I think that's because of the injury that happened in the first bout. So we'll go straight into it. Ilya Dragunov versus Dave Mastiff. Mastiff and Dragunov going at each other, obviously, because Mastiff was trying to help Ilya get over his anger issues. Fairly early into the match, Mastiff hits Ilya with a forearm/elbow to the face. Ilya was bleeding a lot. The ref throws up the X, they throw out the match. In my head, I was like, oh, I hope they use this for storyline perspective, because obviously Ilya's got his he goes crazy when he gets chopped in the back. So, we'll get into that soon, because next there's a bunch of video packages, I think also because of, they were like, okay, well, we don't have any other footage, because I think everything is pre-taped. So, I don't know, let's use a lot of video packages. Maybe they film some, or maybe afterwards they decide, okay, we need to film a lot of stuff. So, there was a Xia Brookside video package. She's in the Gauntlet next week. Kenny Williams and Slimy Sid had a video package together. Stevie Turner had a video package. Then they get to Ilya, and Ilya is kind of like, yeah, you know, I just have to get over these anger things, things. It's my fault, my anger issues that got me in this situation where I'm bleeding from Mastiff hitting me in the face. Which is good. I'm glad they used that in storyline as opposed to it just being whatever. I mean, they did that with Becky, but, you know, it's nice that they continue to do it. Then, there's another backstage thing where the Gallus boys, well, Mark and Wolfie, are playing football. And the Rampage, just being a massive dick, comes up and takes the football and is like, where's Joe? I'm like, Mark's like, he's not here, mate. And then they're like, give us the ball and we might tell you where he is. And it's like, no. And he lobs their ball. I'm like, what a dick, bro. They're just trying to play football. And Wolfie's like, I'm here though. Let's fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. Next week, Wolfie versus Rampage. So, Rampage is the heel here, right? Because like, Wolfie and Mark were just trying to play football. And he just chucks their football. What a dick move. But I like that someone throwing the football is what starts a bloody wrestling match. Love it. I love the cheese in NXT UK. Then there is a Isla Dawn video package, and then we go to Supernova sessions with Noam Dar and Nathan Frazier. And the thing that sets it up is Noam Dar doesn't realize Nathan Frazier changed his name from Ben Carter, and he's like, well, I thought I was getting someone new, because he's already interviewed Nathan Frazier as Ben Carter. So he's like, well, and then he's like, why did you change your name? Ben Carter was like, oh, because I don't want people to, when I was Ben Carter, I don't want people to know I was Ben Carter. I was me, and I did it to hide myself. And Nathan Frazier was like, oh, you can't hang with me. No, sorry, Norm's like, you can't hang with me in a Heritage Cup Rules match. And then Nathan Frazier was like, oh, is that a challenge to have a Heritage Cup Rules match? And then Norm's like, no. And then Shah Simon's like, yeah, it is. And Shah kind of accepts a Heritage Cup Rules match for Noam on his behalf against Nathan Frazier, which is kind of what I expected was going to happen. I think I mentioned that last week. NXT UK, listen, mate, I'm great at booking. So yeah, we then move on to more video packages. Ginny has a video package, and then there's Amir Jordan talking backstage to Sid Scala, kind of like Kenny was. And then another South Wales Subculture video package. Wait, no, they're just called Subculture now, aren't they? Yeah, a Subculture video package. Again, I think because the first match went short, they were doing a lot of video packages this week. Then a really cool kind of interview thing where Tyler Bate and A-Kid are kind of doing commentary and talking over like their previous matches against each other and like pointing out where they won or lost, like talking over, giving like an expert opinion. I know WWE does a couple of these things on the network, and I know NXT did this with Io Shirai and Beth Phoenix. I quite like it. It gets into the like almost the more competitive side of storylines and of wrestling. It's very cool, especially for people who are interested in the work, in-ring work even. Then Trenty has a match against Saxon Huxley, who I again think should join Ginny's stable if she's going to have one. And you know Trent's going to win this match, but Gradwell comes on the Tron and he's like, oh, you can't get the job done, you can't go for the big matches, and then Trent just beats Huxley with a Dragon Sleep and a 7-star lariat. Yeah, it was a given that Trent would win this match, but I'm just going to set up to Gradwell versus Trent. I think Gradwell's going to win the first match, and then through nefarious means, then Trent will get a decisive victory afterwards to kind of be like, yeah, it's Trent. Maybe that would set up a Heritage Cups thing between Trent and Tyler down the line if Tyler wins off A-Kid. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like, that would be a nice story, I think. Then we have a Millie McKenzie video package, and then there's sort of a backstage thing of Xia Brookside has been knocked out, and it looks like Amel, the French wrestler, who I've not seen wrestle. I think I've seen her wrestle one match in NXT UK, but I don't fully remember. It looks like she's the one who laid Xia out. That will, to be honest, I thought it would have been Nina Samuels who would have done that, and next week, the day of the gauntlet, to insert herself into the match. I don't know, but maybe they want Amel to build Amel to be the one to face Kaylee Ray. I still think it should be Isla Dawn, but alas. Or eventually get to Isla Dawn to take the title off her. And then our main event, Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan in a no DQ Loser Leaves NXT UK match. I'm pretty sure it was Amir Jordan's birthday yesterday as well. I'm very surprised by the finish. A great match, hard hitting, obviously no DQ. They both really worked and showed like the emotions behind this match, which is great. Like you need to, there's working good and there's working well and showing the emotion, the emotional side of the match, and the competitors really getting into it. That's great wrestling. I'm very surprised because Kenny Williams hits his finish, which I think, I don't remember the name, but he hits his finish onto a chair against Amir and gets the win. And I was like, wait, so the heel is going over. So because I thought Kenny would lose and Kenny would go to NXT Main in the UK, but I'm kind of not sure now because Amir's lost. Are they going to do a thing for him to redeem himself coming back to NXT UK? Or maybe he's into NXT Prime? Maybe his contract just ran out and he didn't want to renew. But I'm not too sure. Maybe he's going to go... yeah, I don't know. Because the only thing I can think of is there's a lot of people in NXT UK and there's not a lot of time. I mean, the hour was, from a viewer's perspective, the hour is perfect. I love that it's an hour because it's short and sweet and it works really well for a viewer. From a wrestler's perspective, you got 1 hour every week. There's no house shows or anything. So I think NXT UK superstars are allowed to go and work for WWE approved indies. So I know ICW is on there. I know Progress is there, WXW, but obviously it'll be difficult to go to Germany to work. So I think maybe he's going to get reps working on the indies, like the WWE approved indies. I think Trent's promotion is something. I don't know if they're closed. I don't remember. But yeah, that interesting to say the least. I think I follow Amir on Twitter. I'll check what he said, but. No, great match. I'm just surprised this is the way they went because Kenny Williams already won their normal match. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Amir Jordan. Let me know what you think they're going to do with Kenny Williams. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, subscribe, share the video, tell your friends. I'm going to be trying to do even more British wrestling stuff. I want this channel to be really focused around British wrestling. So I'm going to start watching some more Progress stuff and maybe watch some ICW. Hopefully, when we open up here, I can start going to shows, maybe vlog the show. I would love that. But thank you for watching. I don't have an outro phrase yet.